Hey all you super players out there. Today we're going to take a look at the red and yellow cards from the new Series 8 booster, Malicious Machinations. Say that 10 times fast. Anyways, we're just going to go over each card individually. I'm going to have videos coming out for the other three colors, technically with black, and the multicolor coming out here in the next week or two. But yeah, if you're looking forward to getting into this set, let's take a look at exactly what we got here. So we're going to start off with the red leaders. Uh, Bulma, and we finally got a Bulma leader. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. It's an interesting leader in that it's the fact that, like Hercule, she starts off at 5k power and flips over to 10k power. Her ability is all red and yellow sand and earthling cards in your battle area gain blocker. So that's cool. So it turns a lot of your little one-drop searchers and stuff into useful blockers, which is good since she's so weak on the front. And then she has activate main once per turn, draw a card. Awaken, life 4 or less, choose 2 of your energy, switch them to active, and flip this card over. So she is actually a pretty strong generic leader on the front. Being a little weaker isn't a big deal when you're on the front since you're going to want to awaken anyways. And giving everything blocker is a really interesting mechanic. When she awakens, she still has the effect of all red and yellow sand and earthlings gain blocker, and activate main once per turn, draw 2 cards. So kind of like Hercule, she gains extra advantage in exchange for her lowered power. Um, and she gains all the extra blockers. But unlike Hercule, she's going to be better against go narrow leaders, where Hercule is better against go wide leaders. Because Hercule can uses ability to draw multiple times per turn as long as he's fighting multiple times per turn. She, on the other hand, is better if your opponent's attacking with one or two things because you can just block them and then get an extra card every turn. I actually think this leader is pretty good. We'll have to see. Being a red leader, she's also very strong. So she gets the Vegeta counter and a lot of Is That All You Got? A lot of other really strong cards that are exclusive to Red Leader. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. This does seem pretty interesting going forward, though. Another Red Leader is Beerus. Active main, once per turn, choose one or red, yellow or red card from your hand, place in your drop area, draw 2 cards. When your life is 4 or less, choose up to 2 of your energy, switch them to active card mode, and flip this card over. I like that they're kind of going back to the switch energy, since it's probably stronger than a lot of the other Awakens. And it's cool that he can discard a red or a yellow in areas before. A lot of times it was only one color. On the back, activate main once per turn, red yellow, choose one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. Uh, then activate battle once per turn, choose one yellow multicolored in your drop area and combo with it. So interestingly, he doesn't draw on his backside, which is something that Bandai's been doing a little bit more. And Teddy gets 2 really powerful abilities. The first ability is just to KO anything, which obviously is always pretty strong, especially against like baby decks that put out those big guys without barrier, things like that. And his other essentially makes him so active battle. So it's cool. So you can do it on either player's turn. So it makes him a 2500 attacking. Also, it's extremely good for decks that want to use arrivals because you get a free red and yellow to combo with. SS3 Goku One Hit Wonder, 3 cost, 5k combo. When your opponent's battle card power is decreased, if this card isn't in your battle area, you can play it from your hand. Send this card to your active battle, 1 red. Send this card from your drop area to your warp. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 5,000 for the duration of the turn. So this is going to be pretty cool in regards to the baby deck, obviously since it's lowering your opponent's uh, attack power all over. There's also a lot of this in mechanic and in red. So I could definitely see this being a really solid card, especially go wide. One thing that's kind of cool is you can use his active battle effect to lower something by 5,000 with one in your grave, and then use one in your hand to put in play. So it combos with itself, which is another really powerful effect. Great Ipsum Goku abilities amplified. EX Evolve, a yellow Sun Goku GT with energy cost of 1. When this card evolves into this card, it gets plus 15k power for the duration of the turn. I don't know. This seems okay. It's probably not going to do a whole lot just because, I mean, I guess you got a 3,500 attacker, but other than that, it doesn't really do much. It is only 1 to evolve it, though, so we'll have to see. It's not terrible. Son Goku Determined Training, 2 cost, 5k combo. Active main once per turn, burst 3. This card gets 5k power and critical for the duration of the turn. It's pretty mediocre. Probably not going to see much play. Sun Gohan Brainwashed. This is one of the Brainwashed cards, which works with, I believe, the Hatchy Hack cards. I'll have to double check, but It's either that or the baby deck. Anyways, it's a 2-drop vanilla 20k. 1-drop Sun Goten rushing in. It is a 1-drop 5k with Revenge. So this is supposed to go in the Bulma deck, obviously, because she gives a blocker, so it's a blocker Revenge for 1 red. Not bad. Decent in the deck. Be better probably if it drew a card or something. I don't know if it's good enough by itself. Sun Goten Brainwashed. 3-drop 10k, 5k combo. When this card is KO'd, choose 1 Brainwash other than Goken GT in your drop area and play it. So this is clearly going to be one of the core pieces to the Brainwash deck. It just replaces itself. Easy enough. Trunks Brainwashed. This card can't evolve into other cards, so no evolving to Chain Attack Trunks, essentially. Place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose up to one baby card in your hand with energy cost 2 or less and play it. If you played a card, choose one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 5k power for the turn. This is interesting. I don't know why. I mean, I guess you could attack with it first. I'm guessing there's some way to put brainwashed cards in play for cheaper. Then you can go into baby cards. Videl Miraculous Aid. 1-drop red 5k combo. This card gains Saiyan in all areas. If your leader card is a red Bulma card, you could choose 1 red or yellow Saiyan or Earthling card in your drop area, place at the bottom of your deck. When you play this card, choose 1 red Saiyan card with energy cost 3 or less in your drop area, add it to your hand. This seems really good. Obviously, it just goes in the Bulma deck, but it allows you to grab any red or yellow Saiyan card, energy cost 3 or less in your drop area, and add it to your hand, which is pretty solid. And then since it gains Saiyan in all areas, it is a blocker for your Bulma on a 1-drop. Chi-Chi Motherly Majesty. If you have 2 or more red or green multicolors in your energy, when you combo this card, draw 1 card. And it's a 5k 1-drop. So this card seems really good, actually. 2 or more red or green multicolor and a red-green multicolor, especially in a rival deck. That's going to be really easy, and it essentially becomes a mini super combo that you don't have to pay any energy for, which is extremely strong. This card seems really good. Bulma Unyielding Courage. Here's our first super rare. 1-drop 5k combo power. You play this card, draw 1 card, active main once per turn for 1 energy. Choose 1 red or yellow Saiyan card in your drop area with energy cost of 1. Negate its skills for the duration of the turn and play it. If you played this card, place the top 2 cards of your deck in your drop area. So this is really good for the Bulma deck, obviously. It just lets you play 2 blockers and draw a card, which by itself is really good. And then if it sticks around, you can keep putting blockers in play for free every turn, which is really good. So red or yellow Saiyan, so she can't put herself in play, which kind of sucks. But yeah, this seems like a really good card for the Bulma deck. Dependable Warrior Piccolo. This is just a super combo that if your life is 4 or less, draw a card. Easy enough. Beerus Biding His Time. Critical. Only 1 Beerus Biding His Time can be played in your battle area. If you have a red-yellow multicolor card in your energy, reduce this card in your hand by 2. So he's a 1-drop critical if you have a red or yellow multicolor card. That is cheap enough. So this is just a pure stats card, basically. It doesn't do anything other than be cheap and have critical. But I think for 1, that might actually be good enough, especially early in the game when your leader's not flipped over. If you can, like, for example, play a red-yellow multicolor turn 2, turn 1, turn 2, play a red card and play like 2 of these, that's going to be a lot of pressure coming down. So I can actually see this card seeing a little bit of play in aggressive decks. Pilaf the Cunning. 1 cost, 5k combo power. When you play this card, draw 1 card. Then for the duration of the game, if a player was used a skill of a battle card or extra card to switch energy to active mode, they can't switch energy to active mode unless they choose 5 cards in their drop area and send it to their warp. So yeah, this card is one of a cycle. There's 1 in every color that punishes your opponent for untapping energy through skills of battle cards or extra cards, so it doesn't affect awakenings. But yeah, it'll probably see some play. This is nice because it's a punish, but it's kind of a more fair punish, where it doesn't like affect, they have to discard cards, they have to do anything like that, they just have to have cards in their discard pile. Dr. Mayu the Mastermind. 1-drop 5k. Only 1 Dr. Mayu the Mastermind can be played in your battle area, and if you have a red-yellow multicolor card in your energy, you can play this card without paying its energy cost. If your leader card is a yellow baby card, when you play this card, choose 1 yellow baby card with energy cost of 1 from your deck and play it, shuffle your deck, and you can't play this card for the duration of the turn. So it's just a obvious include in all the baby decks. It gets your engine going, and yeah, you can play it for free. Easy enough. Baby Vengeful Blow. Uh, 8 drop, 5k combo. Unit Absorb, choose one Vegeta GT in your drop area, place it under this card, choose one baby card in your hand with energy cost of 30,000 and play it on top of this card. Only one baby Vengeful Blow can be played in your battle area. When a baby card with an original power of 30,000 in your battle is removed from battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, you may play this card from your hand. So this is a backup plan for if your big, your giant baby Super Saiyan gets removed from the field. You can just put this in play and then next turn just go back into it again. So this basically makes it so your opponent has to out 2 battle cards in one turn instead of 1. It'll probably be seen of in like maybe a 1 or 2. The nice thing is it's a 5k combo, so if you draw multiples or it gets stuck in your hand, you don't have to worry about it so much. Oh, and here's the Happy Holidays version of the card. Baby the Overseer. Uh, 2 drop, 5k combo, activate main, choose one yellow baby card in your battle area with energy cost of 1 and place it in its owner's drop area. Play this card from your hand. So this allows you to go for free from the 1 drop yellow baby into this baby. Birth of a Super Saiyan God. 2 cost extra card. This card gains Desire in all areas. Active main, choose 1 or red or yellow Saiyan or Earthling card. Energy cost of 2 or less in your drop area. And play it. If you played a card, place the top 2 deck cards of your deck in your drop area. So yeah, it looks like they're coming out with a couple of desires to kind of replace the ones that got errated. Um, Seems fine. Not a huge, not like a massive effect or anything. If it was 3, it'd be much better, but this is just kind of whatever. Birthday Party, 3 cost red extra card, field card, permanent. If you have a red yellow multicolored energy in your energy, you can activate this card from your hand without paying its energy cost. If your leader card is a red Bulma card at the end of your turn, draw 2 cards, then choose 2 cards in your hand and place them in your drop area. So it looks like Bulma's going to be milling a lot, which is really interesting. It could be pretty good for any effects. For example, you could almost try anything that involves like graveyard-based stuff. Maybe like putting the red Goku, the yellow Goku ape that draws cards and things like that in there. The ability to play this for free is also really good. It does, in the end though, it only allows you to cycle cards, so I'm not sure if it's good enough. It doesn't actually give you any actual advantage, but cycling 2 every turn might be worth it. So we'll have to see. This is a really interesting card. Flaming Death Ball. Active Battle. If your leader card is a baby card, it gets plus 1,000 power for the duration of the battle. Then choose 1. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. It gets minus 10k for the duration of the turn. Choose up to one of your battle cards. It gets plus 10k for the duration of the turn. So this is kind of a cool spin on Revenge Death Ball, which you actually can't play with this baby leader because the Revenge Death Ball specifies a red baby leader, and this one you can use on either. Uh, so plus 10k and then minus or plus 10k on a battle card. It seems really solid. You might probably see some play to go together with the other baby minus effects to kill your opponent's cards in the battle phase. Beerus Ball. So this is the one of a cycle. Every color, including black this time, has one of these. Counterplay, if a leader card is red and your life is 4 or less, if a battle card being played is 15k power or less, it is placed in its owner's drop area instead of being played. And if it's your opponent's turn, choose up to one of your leader cards. It gets plus 5k power for the duration of the turn. Permanent, if you have a multicolor card in your energy and your life is at 4 or less, you can activate this card's counter skill by adding a card from your life to your hand instead of paying its energy cost. So a couple important things to point out here is while this is a life adding uh, alternative cost, kind of like the old negate cycle, you have to be 4 or less in order to do it. So it's a little bit more punishing that way, and you can't use it early. And basically the comparative card to this is it better than Gaelic Gun. And it's interesting because it's much less utility than Gaelic Gun because um, you can't use it in response. Like you can use it in response to big guys, but all you'll get is the Senzu Bean effect. You won't get to actually do any damage. And the nice thing about Gaelic Gun is you can use it in combination with other negativing effects, where this you can't really as much. So I don't know if this one will see a lot of play. Some of the other counterplays are a lot better. And that's blue, so let's go on to the green cards. The Android Creator. Active main, choose one clone token in your opponent's battle area, remove from the game, draw 1 card, then choose one of your battle cards. It gets plus 10k for the duration of the turn. So I actually don't like this card very much for a couple reasons. First off, there's a lot of other effects that remove clone tokens that are kind of better than it. Drawing a card is nice, but it costs 1, it can't be comboed with, and it only boosts battle cards. So I actually don't really like this. Also, it's active main, which is weird. If this is active battle, it'll be a lot better. So I don't think this card will see a lot of play. Rise of Dr. Uto. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. I haven't seen this movie. Uh, when you activate this card, you can't activate Rise Dr. Uto for the duration of the turn. Active main, if your leader card is Dr. Utro, as Dr. Utro card, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose one of either Dr. Utro or Dr. Cochin among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. If you added a card to your hand, choose up to one of your green energy and switch it to active mode. So this is really good. There is a Boo card that does something very similar. All it does search essentially is search top 5 for an engine card and then untap one of your energy. Really solid card. It'll definitely be used. Dr. Utro's Revival. This card gains Desire in all area. If your leader card is green, choose up to one of your Dr. Utro cards as your dropper with energy cost of 4 or less and play it. This is interesting. I'm not sure how this works with the Wish decks, but we'll see. That is interesting that they gave Dr. Utro a specific card for wishes. I do also like the fact that they're still making Desire cards. It's cool that it supports old leaders, which is really nice. Focus Breakthrough. So this is the counterplay for green. If your card on green life for 4 or less, if a card being played has energy cost 3 or less, it places in owner's dropper instead of being played. I like this one a lot better than the red one because it hits a much bigger variety of cards. There are more cards that are going to be played that's energy cost of 3 or less than a power of 15 player or less. This card I think will see more play than that. Oh, whoops! I accidentally did a couple bonus cards. We're doing red and yellow today, not red and green. Uh, so Son Goku and Pan. Yellow leader has the normal stats. Active main once per turn. Choose 2 cards from your life. Add them to your hand. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards. Gains double strike for the duration of the turn. Awaken when your life is at 2 or less, which is kind of interesting. You may draw 2 cards and then choose 2 of your energy. Switch them to active mode and flip this over. So it gets a massive awakening of drawing 2 and untapping 2. And it can awaken pretty quickly with its ability. The backside is Double Strike. Active main once per turn. Choose 1 card in your life. Add it to your hand. Switch this card to active mode. So you're going to get like a massive turn. But it's really awkward because you have to choose 2 cards, not up to 2 in your life, and add to your hand to get this ability. If your opponent leads you at an odd life total, so 5 or 3 or 7, it's going to be, won't be able to get your awaken side because in order to awaken yourself, you have to choose 2. Then you'll have to awaken at 1 energy, which doesn't allow you to choose a life to add to your hand to switch to active mode. So I think this card, while cool, isn't going to be good enough simply because your opponent can put you in really awkward situations. Which is unfortunate because it's a really cool leader card. Super Baby 1. So here is the big card that everyone was talking about with this set. One of the leaders that's supposed to be really good. Active main once per turn. Choose 2 cards of your life. Add them to your hand. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose 1 baby or a brainwash card among them. Add it to your hands. Then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. That has a draw 2 at 4 life or less awaken. So it's just engine. It helps you get to your cards, which is obviously is important. After you awaken, auto once per turn when the power of your opponent's leader card is reduced to 1 or less, this card gains triple attack for the duration of the turn. Activate once per turn, choose 1 brainwash card in your hand and play it. So the brainwashed effect is going to facilitate a lot of your going wide strategies and allow you to get into your big cards easier. It also allows you to put in for example, the Gohan brainwash that'll get any brainwash from your discard pile, things like that. Since Baby is all about lowering your opponent's cards, it's pretty easy to get your leader cards effect. It'll be really interesting to see kind of the fight with like if blue Senzu Bean becomes more important against this leader and stuff. Because if you're gaining triple attack, it gets really crazy really fast. One other important thing to note is that this leader stays at 10k power when it awakens, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of a counteract to the fact that he's getting triple attack. But yeah, with the other cards this card has and the new Secret Rare that was revealed, the Big Baby, it makes it very easy to get your opponent's leader below 0. For those of you that don't know, if you do like a negative 20,000, your opponent's leader, and they're at 15,000, they actually go to negative 5,000 and have to combo up to 0, which is something that doesn't happen in a lot of games and something that helps this deck a lot. Son Goku, The Path to Godhood. 2-drop, 5k combo. Active main, place this card in its owner's drop area, then choose one. Son Gohan Adolescent, Son Goten, Vegeta, Trunks Youth, and Videl card from your drop area. Return them to your deck. Choose one red, yellow, multicolor Son Goku card in your hand with an energy cost of 3. Play it, shuffle your deck. The battle card you played gets dual attack and double strike for the duration of the turn. So this seems interesting. I think this is supposed to go in the Bulma deck because you can play all these different things and they all get blocker. I'll have to see going forward. It's definitely interesting. Seems like a cool build around card. Son Goku, oh, and then the Happy Holidays version. Son Goku Ever Evolving. 1-drop, 5k combo. When you play this card, draw one card. Active main, choose one once per turn, one yellow. Choose look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck. Choose one red or yellow Son Goku or Pan among them. Son Goku GT or Pan among them. Add a tray on the shuffle your deck. So this is interesting. It does draw a card when you play it, which is really good. And it's a Saiyan, so it'll be good in the Bulma deck. It's really interesting. They're putting a lot more active main once per turn, like utility effects in this set, which is an interesting way to go. We'll have to see if it's good enough. It is nice that you can just throw your extra energy into this to generate advantage. Pan, Great Ape Whisperer. 3-drop, 5k combo, blocker, permanent, only one Pan Great Ape Whisperer completed in your battle area. Auto, if your life is a 2 or less when your leader awakens, you may play this card from your hand, choose up to one of your yellow battle cards, and switch to active mode, then negate the skill for the duration of the turn. So this is supposed to go into the big explosion turn for the Pan SS4 Goku leader. I don't know. It's okay. It has to be in your hand when you awaken. Interesting that they made this a super rare. They're really trying to push that deck. I still don't think this deck is good enough, though. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's definitely a powerful card. Vegeta Explosion of Fury. 1-drop, 5k combo. Only one Vegeta Explosion of Fury can be played in your battle area. This card can't be played unless there is a Bulma card in your battle area. Interesting. Oh, okay. So it's just a 1-drop 15k. I don't know. That doesn't seem good enough without critical or double strike or something to go with it. Maybe in the Bulma deck, but I don't know. Seems pretty mediocre. Vegeta the Sweet Talker. 1-drop, 5k combo with barrier. So all this is a 1-drop barrier blocker you can put in play with the Pan deck. Potent Technique Vegeta. 3-drop, 10k for 1 combo. There's been a lot of 5k combos in this set. I'm surprised, even the bigger cards. So it's a blocker auto. If there's a red, blue, yellow multicolor card in energy at the end of the battle, when you combo in this card, play this card. Oh, that's really cool. I actually like this a lot. So it's a lot like those old 15k after you combo with this, put it in play cards, except it's a 10k blocker instead of a 15k just regular. And actually, this seems way better than that effect. So this actually seems pretty interesting. Trunks the Cunning. When you play this card, draw one card, then for the duration of the game, if turn player would use the skill of a battle card or extra card to switch energy active mode, they can't switch energy active mode unless they choose 5 cards from the drop center of the warp. Once again, same thing with the other cycle of this card. We'll probably see play, probably more of a side deck card. Trunks Saiyan Majesty, 3-drop 15k, 3-drop 5k combo, sorry. Auto, place this card in your drop area from your hand. When your opponent's card is switched to rest mode by your skill, draw one card. Active battle for 1 yellow energy, send this card to your drop area from your warp. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards energy cost of 4 or less and switch it to rest mode. Ooh, I actually really like this card. So it cycles in a yellow deck, essentially for free, which is really cool. And then for a pretty cheap energy cost, active battle, you can tap one of your opponent's other cards that aren't attacking, essentially. This is really solid. This would be really, really good in Broly or Apes or anything like that. Anything that can tap during active battle. This seems extremely strong with the Ape that taps. Bulma Brainwashed. 1-drop 5k. Auto, when you play this card, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose one baby or brainwash card among them, add to your hand, then place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. Obviously, they'll go in baby and brainwash decks. Bulla Brainwashed. 2 cost, 5k. Blocker. When one of your other cards has blocker text. When this card is KO'd, choose one baby card in your drop area, add it to your hand. Seems okay. The fact that you have to play it, I guess baby can play brainwashed cards for free. So maybe, but the fact that it adds it to your hand is kind of less good. I don't know. I don't think I would play that card. Gotank's the Unpredictable. 2 cost, 5k combo, 15k power. Auto, when you play this card from your hand, draw one card, then choose one card and place it in your drop area. When you have a red-yellow multicolor card in your energy, when you play this card from your hand, it gains dual attack for the duration of the turn. Alright, so 15k dual attack that cycles a card. That's not bad. It might see some play in certain decks. This is probably a decent card for the like explosion turn pan deck. Mr. Boo. I guess we're going to have a Boo 3 costs 15k in every color because here's a yellow one. Maya Sudden Encounter. 3 cost, 5k combo, 5k power. Permanent, this card can't be played by your card skills from any area. If you have 4 or more energy, place this card in its owner's drop area. Choose one blue-yellow multicolor battle card with energy cost of 4 or less your drop area and play it in rest mode. This seems pretty solid, actually. They have it set up so that you can't wish it in play or anything like that, which is kind of interesting. Or put it in play with effects not from your hand. Psych putting it in play a red, blue, yellow multicolor battle card. I don't know. There's got to be some cool way to use this card. Shoe on the offensive because we need more shoes, especially super combo shoes, which is what this is. It's just a regular super combo. Baby Vegeta and Unfair Choice. 3 drop, 5k combo, a 19k power. Choose one card in your hand to place in your drop area. Choose one. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring barrier and switch it to rest mode. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards ignoring battle barrier and KO it. That's pretty good actually. Being able to KO a rest mode and barrier is pretty solid. This card will definitely see some you play. It's not a brainwashed card, but it is a baby card, so could see some play that way too. Baby Vegeta, Baby Vengeful Upheaval. 3 cost, 5k combo, 15k power. EX Evolve on a baby with energy cost of 2, which remember we can play on turn 1 because we can swap into it by putting a yellow baby to our hand with the red baby. Union Absorb, 1 yellow. Choose one Vegeta GT card in your hand or drop area, place it under this card. Choose up to 1 Baby Vegeta and Unfair Choice, or Super Baby 1 All-Consuming Terror in your deck or hand. Play it in active mode on top of this card. Shuffle your deck if you look through it. So that's pretty cool. We can play this from our hand on turn 2, which is pretty good, including the Union Absorb. So yeah, seems really solid. Or wait, so we could put the 1 drop and play, yeah, on turn 2, and then 1 yellow to go into it. So it's very early. Seems a lot like the old baby deck, where you can put just big guys and play. And here's the 1 drop baby, speaking of it. 1 drop, 5k combo, 4k power. Only one of these can be played in your battle area. If your card is a yellow baby card and you have a red, yellow multicolor in your energy, when you play this card, draw 3 cards and choose 2 cards in your hand, place them in your drop area. And then you can't play for the duration of the turn. Cycles through your combo pieces, pretty good. I like that a lot. It is interesting that, so you can't do it on turn 2 if you use a red yellow energy. So if you want to go into your turn 2 bigger drops, you need to not get the cycle effect, or so basically if you have the combo, you won't cycle. If you don't have the combo, you cycle into it. So that seems kind of interesting. It seems kind of like a give or take effect. Bingo Tournament Grand Prize. 1 cost, yellow extra card. Active battle. Choose one of your leader cards. It gets plus 5k power for the duration of the turn. Then choose 1 Dragon Ball card for your deck or drop area. Add it to your hand. Shuffle your deck if you look through it. This card seems really good. I think that the wish decks are going to be turned into much more aggressive decks since their kind of late game wishes have gone away. This seems like a very good addition to that. It's active battle to protect your leader, and it searches a Dragon Ball, so it essentially draws a card. And it does it for deck or drop area too, which is really important, so it's not a dead card late. This card seems really good. I like it a lot. Return of Planet Truffle. A 2 cost yellow extra card. This card gains Desire on all era. Choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards and switch them to rest mode. Active main. Nah, I don't like this card. It's not very good. It's just not much more to say about that. Blitz Wave Generator. 1 cost yellow extra card. Auto, when you activate this card, you can't activate Blitz Wave Generator for the duration of the turn. If your leader card is a baby card, look it up to top 5 cards of your deck. Choose 1 baby among them added to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and you added a card to your hand. Choose one of your yellow energy, switch to active mode. So it's simply a searching card that untaps energy. Super Gaelic Gun. Counterplay. So this is the counterplay for this cycle. And it just changes the card to rest mode, which may seem weaker at first. A lot of people were kind of like whatever on this card, but this is actually pretty good. This is a non getting through barrier Motaito that you don't have to actually pay for. I actually think this is one of the stronger counters, even though a lot of people don't like it as much. All right, and that's all the yellow cards. So yeah, so probably on Monday I will go back and do the red and green, or no, green and blue cards. There we go. And then on next Thursday or Wednesday, depending on when I get the video out, I will come back and do the black and multicolor cards. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. This set actually seems super exciting. I am super looking forward to all the new cards in it. Go out there, play some super, and have some fun.